coach, mentor, mother, traveller and entrepreneur who is on a mission to change the world. Well done. Well done, Michelle.
Alright, I want you all to get up and do a bit of a jiggle about because we've been sitting for a little while. So Ben's going to put on a bit of music to jiggle to. Somewhere. There we go. There we go, alright. Alright, take a seat. Take a seat. It's important to do that kind of jiggling about a little bit. It gets the brain working again. You've been sitting down for a little while now. I've got a question for you. Who got up this morning and did a little sneaky Wonder Woman pose? Freaking out. It's just me. Right. Okay. Well, I've been doing it all day. It's fabulous. I recommend it. I was a big fan of Wonder Woman, actually, when I was a child, so that brought back a lot of memories for me. I was a big fan. I've got my Wonder Woman bangles on at the moment, Wonder Woman. I was always a real fan of very strong female characters. Now that music, does anybody recognise that music?
Yeah, I thought I was Buffy for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah. Another very strong female character. Very strong. But very feminine as well. Alright, she kicked ass in great shoes. Right, she always had a great wardrobe. She was a girl. And she was a leader. And she was strong. And what she said to me was, you know what? You can be a leader. You can be strong. You can kick ass if you want to. And you can still be a girl. You can still be feminine. I was watching that show not long ago with my 10-year-old daughter, and she was taking on the spirit of Buffy, the spirit of the Slayer. And I was watching her do that. She loves her. She's like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. She's a great role model for young women. And it got me thinking about leadership. It got me thinking about it in its broader sense. We've heard from a few of the speakers that, you know, you can be a leader. You can be a leader. Now when we hear that, we go, oh yeah, okay, I can be a leader. But leadership, that's that stuff that happens, you know, at the top of an organisation. Or, you know, Winston Churchill, he was a leader. Political leaders. When I think about a Buffy, or a Wonder Woman, or a Steve Jobs, or an Oprah Winfrey, or a Mother Teresa, or any of these amazing leaders like Gandhi, the thing that they all have in common is they didn't have a position on an organisational chart. They didn't have a political position that granted them permission to lead. They led without permission. Now that, to me, is the essential nature of leadership at all levels. Leading without permission. Now, that gets me in trouble sometimes with CEOs, etc. But I'm okay with that. The whole disruptive word that we were talking about earlier, I like that word. I'm glad that that's become very popular because it gives me somewhere to fit now. And fit is important. We're going to talk about that. So, I'm going to talk you through some stuff today which helps you unleash the Slayer within. Now, why is this important? Why is it important that everybody be a leader? Because each one of you is a leader. All you need to do is choose to be a leader, to lead in your own right. And we'll talk about what that means. But why is that important? You know, you're happy going along in your job, doing what you need to do. Why am I saying that each one of you needs to lead? Well, we are in a topsy-turvy, crazy-ass world. Things change at a rapid rate of knots. Absolutely. Massive change throughout the world. Just think about the technology you were using, say, 10 years ago, compared to what you're using now. Just think about the technology that you will be using in 10 years. All right, so we are changing. We're changing really quickly, all the time, all the time. Do you know there's 7.2 billion people on the planet? 7.2, and it's changing like this. Every time I click, there's a new person being added to the planet. They reckon in about 30 years, we have 9 billion people on this planet. 9 billion people. There's 9 billion new ideas, 9 billion people who need jobs, 9 billion people who need to be fed. 9 billion people with their own problems and their own challenges. That's moving pretty quick. Technology is just one thing. I'm going to show you a little clip which shows you a little glimpse into the future. Ben, if you wouldn't mind. Talked about before, they changed and created the future. Now, I'm not saying you have to change the future or change the world even. Don't even save the world like Buffy. But you damn well better be keeping up with it, because this is where we're going. This is an extract from about a 9-minute video or so that some of you might have seen before from Microsoft. It's called Microsoft 2019, so Google it if you want to have a look at the rest. It was actually done about 4 years ago. So already their future look forward is obsolete 4 years down the track. All right, still some cool stuff in there though. Imagine the next time you're booking appointments and whatnot, someone just throws their keys on the table. Awesome, awesome stuff. The future is coming, and it's coming really quickly, and we need to be able to keep up with it. And we need to have the skills to be able to do that. And the thing is, it's not okay to just wait for somebody else to do it. It's not going to happen. We can't wait for the big boys at the top to make the decisions and move on with things. All right? If we're waiting for our political leaders to change the world, we're going to be waiting a damn long time. If we're waiting for our business leaders to change the world of business, then we're going to be waiting a damn long time. All right? It's up to each and every one of us to do that. Every single one of us. This is, the traditional sort of view of an organisation. The leaders at the top, leader. We use these words interchangeably with manager. All right? This is a management structure. This is not a leadership structure. A management structure. And this is the way we have it in organisations. But you know what? This is not okay anymore. Top-down leadership doesn't exist anymore. It actually has to be bottom-up. All right, we have to turn this on its head. It's time for, get a bit topsy-turvy with our leadership. It's time for challenging. It's time for a new model. It's time for new leadership. It's time for change. It's time for every single person to step forward into leadership. We can't wait anymore. We just can't. You know, this morning I was sort of thinking, I was preparing my head obviously for the presentation. I was looking out the window of my hotel and watching people, scurrying back and forth. I think it's fun. And I was thinking to myself, okay, so this is important, I know this. We want to change the world, we all have to be there to change it. But what makes it important to me? What makes this important to you? Why should you care? Really, why should you care? Here's the thing. When I say step forward into leadership, I'm not saying go and be a Steve Jobs. You don't have to be Oprah Winfrey. Right? You don't have to change the world. You don't. You don't have to change the world to be a leader. What you have to do is be an everyday leader. Make sure that tomorrow is better than today. Who wants a successful career? Yeah. Who wants a successful life? Yeah. Who wants success for their families? Yeah. Who wants a nice house to live in? Yeah. We all want stuff, don't we? We all define success in our own way. And I think that's the really important bit. So you don't have to change the world. You just have to change little bits of the world.